Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. So it turns out if you just, power off or close app in the middle of a cutscene, it should reset you back to before you start the cutscene. So that will be useful in not losing cutscene information in the future. I don't know why I didn't think to do it before now. Anywho, let's see what's up with this side of the world now. Due to the absence of otherworldly interference, huh? Oh, excuse me. Wait, Gary came with us? I don't remember that. I am confused. Hey look, Merweb's here. How did they know how fast we were? I guess link pearls are a thing. You gotta remember that this world basically has cell phones, so not like smartphones, but cell phones. So in the form of link pearls, or I guess you could also view it as long range radio. Cry about Dezion was taken prisoner. How could it have happened? Well, because Kryl is, for as smart as she is, she's tiny, and the Resistance isn't exactly capable. No offense to the Resistance fighters, but they haven't really been doing a bang-up job. Why did it move us all the way over here? WTF? Get me out of this lag-inducing city. How can people stand idle there? I guess if you have like a better system and a higher speed internet connection, you just don't give a fuck. Or maybe they just don't give a fuck. Oh, dear God. Hey, it's Ironvold. Again? First Neuraxia, now Kryl? You do not have a good track record, Ironvold. Why would they take them all the way to the Rising Stones? Why not just, take them to Gridania, where the Conjurers Guild is? And you have a whole city with, like, potations and marketing infrastructure and crap. Why would you take them all the way to Mordona? Okay, well, you wouldn't have gotten to Gridania either, so there's that at least. Rendezvous of Conrad, huh? Oh wait, no, I gotta talk. Gotta see what they gotta say. Liability, huh? Aw, man! Now we gotta empathize with them, because that's happened to us before. Okay, so Alistair was talking to Alpha Node, not Arnvold. For a second I was like, is she like telling Arnvold like to not get horny? Yeah. It hasn't seemed to display any of that yet. Manago. Yeah, I've noticed, Lise. So a lot of war over here has been going on without us able to see it, because we were warring in the Far East, huh? One thing that this sort of conversation with NPCs sucks about is just the fact that the camera, like, unless you manually move the camera angle is almost always terrible. And even when you do position it better, it's not exactly amazing. But I guess there's been worse things in games. Seems legit. They keep saying that line, let us be about it and shit. I'll take that ring, I guess. Ralger's Beacon, huh? Sure thing, I'll tell you about how I kicked ass and took names and fought Xenos again and lived, and Xenos said to me that I need to live so he can be entertained.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Clyde could have told him.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Ala Mhigan in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Cryle.
You got the hots for Cryle, Pippin?
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Ala Mhigan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valladina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Sounds like it's taken out of some old story, like Berserk, or something even older. But I like it, I dig it. I worked at Castle Doldray, so why not here? It was Castle Doldray, right? Don't worry, are involved. This time, Clyde will be the one to get the Echo Visions and get a migraine headache that distracts him for the duration of the vision. It put us in Router's reach. Guess they got it cleaned up. Little bit. Hadn't changed very much. There's not a lot of smoldering Imperial shit on the ground though, so that's good. That's cool. Going to be grand, huh? At least you're doing something about it this time. Unlike with Neuraxia, where you had no excuse and... Of course you do. Is it gonna be the same three dudes from like way earlier where we like went around bolstering morale before we were gonna do the operation on the Castellum way back at level 61 and you know then we got ambushed before we could do anything? He has a moustache. Captain Wyvernhide of the Twin Adder. I didn't know you could be sent to become an actual fully fledged resistance member. I guess maybe Rabon allowed it. Yeah, it is the same dude. He's worried about treating Clyde like an equal. Meanwhile, like house mothers and shit are like, could you please, kind sir, pick up my trash? I'll give you my pocket change. Your face doesn't look familiar, and you appear to be a Midlander. I mean, I guess Wilred was a Midlander. The death of Wilred is like the one way you can know that despite ultimately leading to something good, the actions of Ilberd were, you know, crazed and a bit too fucking bad. Because Wilred was a hot-blooded Ala Mhigan that wanted, to take Ala Mhigan back too, and he was killed off because, he didn't think that what they were doing, taking Lolorito's money and like preparing for that bloody banquet, was gonna be the right thing to do. So he, a lot of people don't understand Conrad's decision, and frankly, neither do I. But you know, whatever. I assume it's because that she's the daughter of what's her dad's name? Conrad? No, wait. That's the guy we were just talking to. Whatever Lisa's father's name was, you know. I guess it'd be slightly faster to teleport. But yeah, she had her father was a rabble-rouser and a resistance figurehead. She's definitely got the passion for it, and she's helped the resistance, you know, off-screen a whole bunch. But the person he was describing as he was talking to you was Lise. He wasn't talking about you, and he wasn't talking about the soldiers that he just sent you to talk to. But one way you could look at it as making sense is that Lise went with us to the Far East, so she now has diplomatic ties with Lord Hien. We do too, obviously, but you know, at least as far as the game is concerned, you know, I know I've said Clyde is an Ala Mhigan and that I think the Warrior Light should be considered Ala Mhigan, but you know, as far as the game story goes, that's not true at all. So like, you're just some rando who's really strong, basically. And Lise is really strong too, you know. Second one to tame the Yule. But yeah, she's canonically Ala Mhigan. She's done more for the Resistance than you have. And Mefred died, so
it's begun then.
Some people are like, Minago would be a better choice.
It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
But Minago's even less composed than Lise somehow. And I mean, it's not like she just goes away. Like, she assists Lise, you know. So
looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Minago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
Of course, the way that
I won't let you down, sir.
He wants to pick a successor, he just, it seems like he...
Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
You know, he has a, has foreknowledge of his scriptwriter's doom or something. Conrad, have you been peeking at the script? Also, sorry if you don't like me talking between them talking. I just don't find these voice lines in particular to be super duper valuable. Sometimes it's so entirely arbitrary, like what lines they decide to have, you know, be voiced and or not. So like, I don't know, just it's balls, I tell you. Scouts, huh? But they're in Magitech.
Here it comes!
Oh, Final Fantasy VI references. How I love thee. Let me count the ways. It's a shame you don't get Mappy XP within instances. Because while this is actually taking place in the Fringes, this is actually a separated, you know, instance of. It's like being in a guild hest, basically. It's like the same sort of instance. It's partitioned, and you can only go certain places. Are we supposed to destroy these cannons? We're supposed to destroy these cannons. Okay. Can do.
Take this!
I thought these were anti-air cannons. I mean, I guess they can be used ground to ground. We did use ones just like it for fighting Livia Sostunius. And imagine how thankful these resistant soldiers are that there's someone who's able to just shrug off Magitech and, like, takes all the attention of the Magitech. Well, if you think that Imperial Gunblade is gonna do anything to Clyde, you got another thing coming. Lady, do you think if I had the power to stand up to Xenos, that you stand even an inkling of a chance? I mean, I love you. You're a total hottie, but... well, you're not really gonna have a choice in the matter, sweet cheeks. Already learned that useless Garlean trick, huh? You really got some wishful thinking going on. I'll take whatever I want from you, sweet cheeks. All things considered, though, she's not only is she ballsy,
new friend.
but she's doing a decent job. Shame you aren't going to hit anything with that.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Wrong, bitch. Oh, look, we got the map EXP. Because it placed us over here. Because we actually are over here.
God damn you!
Lise, you better not kill Steel.
No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
Swing. Hey, we got a Horn of Gondor in on this bitch.
The bridge is ours! Ala Mhigan! Ala Mhigan! Ala Mhigan! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Yeah, you didn't have to hesitate and look up at the flag and listen to the horn.
Let them
You
go,
could've...
Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
You could have been punching her. Or tackling her to the ground. You could have captured her. Come on, Ishgardian. You fight dragons for a living. Oh, that works too.
Yeah!
I'm glad they put Temple Knights in, but I feel like they should have put in some actual dragoons as well.
Villadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
It's sad that you could literally see some Highlander conscripts within that gaggle of Imperials. Maybe they've been institutionalized by now. You think they would just defect at this point?
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you're lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us.
Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
Our first victory since we came back. I mean, apparently they were doing really good with us gone, supposedly. Apparently Arnvald and them didn't have any setbacks or incompetent, you know, circumstances while we were in the Far East. So it's almost as if the main heroes returning made the lesser heroes suddenly become incompetent. Oh, he referenced those people who died in the Waking Sands. The main thing I remember about this is that it's the second time you fight with Fordola. Sometimes I have trouble remembering her name. You're on cleanup duty, hero. Although, I mean, it makes sense. We don't have any. We don't know how many are in hiding, and you know, if the warrior of light can do the work of an entire platoon by himself without even breaking a sweat, so he's willing to. Hell yeah, use him. Oh, it's just one guy. What race is he? Okay, he's a Midlander. So he might not be Ala Mhigan. But he could be Doman. We really need to stop, you know, killing conscripts and seeing if we can't impress them into resistance service under penalty of death. Oh, I completed some spirit bonds. How about that? Goodbye, Fate Monster. The Fortunes of War. Oh, please. You are about to despawn. Go away. Jeez. I hate Fate monsters sometimes. Now this is the kind of folk I can feel sorry for, because we're literally killing these guys. One thing I do wonder, though, is why does every Garlean conscript only use lightning magic? Like, you can tell they have got like a Thaumathurge stance going on. They're casting Thunder 3 or whatever. But it doesn't leave a dot, and, like, it's always Thunder magic. Like, they don't cast Fire, they don't cast Ice. Just Thunder. Just Thunder. Like, what gives? Kind of weird. I actually had a dream about Alice today. I dreamt that I was in post-World War II and I was in like my late 40s, and that I was trying to date my half-Japanese friend who in real life is actually 6 years older than me, but in the dream she was like 32 or something. And at some point within the dream, and me trying to romance her, and like I was eating dinner with her, she turned into Alice, and I turned into somebody from the game. I don't fucking know. And then the dream was over, like before anything crazy happened. It's kind of weird. Alice is my favy, as far as the Scions are concerned. A lot of people have this like just like blatant, like straight up hatred for her, which I don't understand personally. Also, if you've ever looked her voice actor up since Heavensward, like her voice actor since Heavensward is this like super hot lady, like who's in her like late 30s. It's ridiculous. Yeah, basically what happened back with Rabban Savage, you remember that instance that happened over here, like way earlier at level 61 or whatever? You know, it trapped almost everyone, like within, you know, the first couple of zones of Stormblood. And obviously that instance we just had was another instance, so a lot of people who got through, they managed to get through all of the far eastern section and come back with this bird after doing Doma Castle, and then they got stuck. They got stuck here, and that's how you could tell that they were cutscene skippers. Because, you know, by the time Rabban Savage was becoming a problem, it was only like 3 or 4 hours into early access. Because they finished the pre-expansion launch maintenance like 5 or 6 hours early or something like that. And so people who were just waiting and watching their clocks, and, like waiting and watching their clocks and had work off or whatever, you know, they just jumped in right away. And so the first few people to get in, like the first like, you know, few thousand or whatever, they just like capitalized on it. Where like, if I want to watch the cutscenes, I'll watch them later in the fucking in room. And they just, you know, like, most of them didn't care. They just started going. But at some point, whenever the instance servers broke, due to all the instances that are in Stormblood, everyone got stuck somewhere in Stormblood, you know. So, like, some people got stuck at the Nadam, the going to the Peering Stones, huh? Writers gotta get better at naming places. Like, I mean, naming it the Peering Stones makes sense for what it is and where it is. But I mean, come on, we got Rising Stones, Peering Stones. Lower Stones. Yeah, all the guys who'd finished with the Far East and they got stuck on this instance that we just did, you know, they came with their Yols and they would come up to Rabban Savage and be like, look how much farther than I am than you, ha 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 ha. And stuff like that, you know. Look at my cool mount. But some people did actually get past this instance, and they got over here, and they got the Aetherite. And there's been 2 cedar mounts in the game for a while, both the Wedding Chocobo and the Fat Moogle. And the Fat Moogle is an account-wide mount, which I feel like all mounts that get bought out of the... I think anything, honestly, that gets bought out of the Moogle store should be account-wide. I think it's ridiculous that things like emotes are by character. So some people would use their 2-seater mounts, and as long as someone else is flying the mount, they didn't plan for that at all. So like, You could get on somebody's two-seater mount and get brought over here and get this aetherite and get all the aether currents over here, and then just be waiting, you know, on your quest progress. And so, you know how I told you I got to level 68 on Dark Knight. A lot of people that were getting into the mid-higher 60s, they requested, like, they offered guild payments, they, like, got their friends and stuff to two-seater mount, fly them over here. And so you had a bunch of people who hadn't yet done Rob on Savage over here doing fates, higher level fates, and you know, just like waiting for things to change. Ah, that's in reference to antlions. Honey, I already went without you. So can I just teleport back to the top? Yes, indeed.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Enanta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Enanta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Ala Mhigan. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Ala Mhigan and bade the Kaliana move aside, but the brood mother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Yep, that's Clyde.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Seems legit. Seems legit. Could take the tank body or the... Let's just tank the tank body for now, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, more or less. Seems a little bit contrived to me. I don't know why she would take a hostage. I mean, I guess they explained it. They're like, oh, she couldn't be sure. But like, doesn't that just provoke them and like rile them? Like, say what? Oh, buddy boy, don't you know we always turn to strength of arms? Strength of arms is how we get our foot in the door everywhere we go. Your love of diplomacy from being a Charlian is, a bit, I don't know, ridiculous? Sure thing, sure thing. So maybe next time we'll go up and we'll start figuring out this Lakshmi thing, perhaps. But until then, I'm going to stop the video here for now. So, thanks for watching, and that's a neat hat. Stay safe and have a good day.